To some, poker is just a game, a last-ditch effort to win big. But for others, it's a profession, a way to a better life. A quiet neighborhood in the famous and wealthy Orange County, California. Inside this multi-million-dollar home, a full house in more ways than one. 34-year-old Yan Chen and his wife Carol are getting their sons ready for school. Yan is a former sushi chef who has a degree in political science and briefly attended Columbia Law School. Today, he makes his living doing something entirely different.
Professional poker player, yeah. I mean, proudly. To be a good professional gambler, you have to use everything you learned at school: mathematics, psychology, human behavior, self-control, empathy in a weird sense, because you have to sort of like be able to relate to how your opponents think.
When the kids are off to school, it's time for Yan to head back to work in his home office. For Yan, poker is an around-the-clock profession. 2/3 of his work is spent online, where money changes hands quickly and efficiently. Yan does play multi-tables, sometimes 2 or 3 at a time, but still he prefers to invest his time in a single high-stakes game.
I don't play for recognition. I don't play for respect. I don't play for to become a poker celebrity. I find that cash games fit my lifestyle much better. I don't have to travel, so I actually play cash games.
So you play for money, period?
I play for money, period. Yeah, play for money, play for my kids' lifestyle.
Yan's lifestyle in America is a stark contrast from his humble roots. He was born in Xi'an, China, where his father supported the family working as a janitor.
I grew up in abject poverty. I'm talking about like, literally, most people complain, most of the boys complain, taking hand-downs from their older brothers. But I literally had to take hand-downs from my older sisters because we were so poor. And I went to boarding school where usually the more privileged kids go. And I was definitely one of the very, very poorest. And I remember every day at the breakfast line, my biggest decision was trying to figure out the combination of food that would give me that it would be most filling, so that would hold me over all the way to lunchtime.
Commerce Casino in Southern California, the largest poker casino in the world. This is where Yan regularly comes to play, but only at the high-stakes tables.
Lying is legal. I never lie. Not in the poker game, actually. You caught me lying every time.
Charm is part of the game, because you've got to make sure people are willing to play with you, even if they know you're good.
How good of a player is Yan?
Good as it comes.
The buy-in at this low-hand, one-draw, 5-card game is $15,000 US, though each person usually puts far more than that on the table. Yan's trademark shades mask his expressions and where his eyes are looking. On this day, he is not faring well. In fact, Yan's been in somewhat of a rut.
Last week, I lost a $250,000. Like over, pretty much I lost every day last week. But that's something I have to deal with. I play high stakes poker. The reward, potential reward, and potential loss could be huge. Yesterday is another pretty typical day. I started the other day losing 65,000, and then I won 133,000.
Those highs and lows are also shared by Yan's wife, Carol.
You have to deal with, sometimes he told you, I lost, big loss like last night. You have to deal with that. Sometimes I got, not like depressed, but sometimes you will wish like, oh, you wish him to make him bet the money. But he has stress, so I have to be patient. I think I love him very much. Like I told him, like one day you're very poor, I will, stand by him, go with him, everything. This is my dream house. I mean, like, you know, in Orange County, the weather, everything is good. But before, I never thought about we can have like that kind of good life, you know, everything is good.
The dream comes with a price. Yan often plays for days without stopping. His record is 90 hours straight, earning him the nickname the Marathon Man.
Are you addicted to poker?
No, not at all. I can walk away anytime. I mean, I love poker, no doubt about it. But I'm not addicted to it. You know, I can walk away from poker anytime.
Ironically, Yan sees himself playing poker for the rest of his life, though not as much when he gets older. But he admits the game can take its toll psychologically.
You play a game, but the end of the game is actually to win money. And when you win, somebody loses. And if you do this day in, day out, eventually you lose empathy for people. And you know, as I become more, as I have achieved a level of financial security, I start to look back on things and start to realize money is not everything. So, you know, it's definitely something I'm working on.
Although poker is all about deception and taking a gamble, Yan says he hates to lie and never purely gambles, but rather gambles when there's an advantage only. Perhaps it's those contradictions that make Yan what he is, a successful poker player who's always hard to read.